Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Carol. This morning we're going to look a little bit deeper into the $1,000,000 market home sales. I'm going to share with you some of the charts and graphs and tell you a little bit about what's happening in that market. So if you're new to this program, please sit back, grab a cup of coffee and relax for the next 10-15 minutes. I'm just going to go over what's happening in the market. Okay, well, let's take a quick peek at what's happening. So in the $1,000,000 market, this is the last 15 weeks of sales. And if you aren't familiar with the Sacramento region, our market has shifted a little bit since April. Basically, what has happened is we've gotten a lot more inventory on the market, and that's a good thing. It's interesting to note, though, that the $1,000,000 market hasn't necessarily gotten as much inventory as, let's say, the lower price ranges, that's fine too, but there is more to choose from. Now, one thing to note is if you look along the bottom line of this chart, you see that we have had consistent sales every single month. The dark line is how many homes are selling. The red line is the pended, and then the light green line is how many homes are available. So the good news is homes are selling in that $1,000,000 market. Actually, in the month of August, there were 118 total pended sales over $1 million in the 4-county region. 44 of those sellers had multiple offers. So are those homes selling? Absolutely, they are. There are still 536 homes on the market over $1 million, though. So there's still time for you to get one of those homes. I wanted to go over a couple of the different areas and show you where homes are selling. So in Fair Oaks, there were 4 homes over $1 million that sold in August, which is great. Great news for those sellers. A lot of different varieties. You've got horse property, you have newer homes, you've got beautiful homes in typical subdivisions, and then you've got this colonial estate, which was absolutely spectacular. Now, over in Granite Bay, there were 15 homes that sold in August over $1 million. Beautiful homes, lots of different types of homes to choose from. The architecture on some of these homes was really, really gorgeous. And then take a drive up to El Dorado Hills. There were 16 homes up there that sold in the month of August over $1 million. And then down in Sacramento, there were 18. So you can see that there's a variety of different homes, but yes, absolutely. That $1,000,000 market is alive and well, and homes are definitely selling. Buyers with 7-figure budgets are shopping for homes during the pandemic. We're doing so coming off of the largest period of economic growth in the U.S. history, and with the help of historically low interest rates. Now, think about this. We don't have those historically low interest rates right now. We actually have interest rates that are creeping towards 6%, but we still have excellent activity in that $1,000,000 market. Homes priced in excess of $1 million made up 2.7% of the single-family home sales in 2019. So coming into the pandemic, it was only 2.7%. In 2020, it went to 2.5%. And then in 2020, now we are experiencing 6.4% of the homes sold in the United States are over $1 million. So I would say there's good activity. Now, this graph is showing you that the median sales price in the $1 million market is $1,241,000 as of this past week. The median list price is higher than that. And I will say, remember, our graphs sometimes are just not sometimes, they're always a collective group of these numbers. And what happens is if you get one house that's a lot different than the others, it will throw off our graphs. Hence, this arrow right here, or this jog in the traditional, things that we were seeing, and then all of a sudden this. And here's why. So there are 28 homes over $3 million currently on the market in our area. And this one in Granite Bay is 240 acres. It's $19,995,500. And so if you'd like to see this, I'd be happy to show it to you. But let's take a look at the entire county. So in each of our counties, we look at the 4-county region. So we are made up of Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado, and Yolo counties. So in the 4-county region, pended sales through August 28th in all price ranges, we're good. We've been very stable. And so this shows you what our inventory did. We've got many more homes to choose from, but the bottom line, I have to keep telling you, is consistently steady over the last 15 weeks. But let's look at each county individually. And I know you can't see these numbers real closely, but what I want to just show you is the graph is pretty similar in every county. So every county, Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado, and Yolo, everyone had increased inventory. But you can also see across the bottom that everyone's got good sales. And so it's very stable right now in our market. Placer County specifically is taking 31 days to sell a home. Now, to a seller, 31 days feels like an eternity, but I just want you to know that that's normal. And so you're seeing a little bit of a softening in the prices, but again, it's not every single home. So you have to really look at what's happening in the specific areas of the home you're looking at. Sacramento County, same thing, 30 days on the market. Sellers are getting 96% of their original asking price. So remember, we've talked about the fact that sellers are actually doing a price reduction. 50% of the homes are reducing their price before they're getting into escrow. So pretty common that sellers are having to readjust their thinking to get an offer. El Dorado Hills actually is look at their pricing. Their pricing is actually pretty level. They haven't seen a significant decrease in their prices, but they are seeing it's taking longer for homes to sell. But the sellers are in fact having to reduce their price. So they may be coming on the market higher and then reducing their price to meet the market, and then they're selling. Yolo County, it's taking much longer for them. Look at a year ago, it was taking only, hang on, is that a year ago? I'm sorry. No, that's the 15 week. Is that the 15 week? I hate when I can't see. I think that's the 15-week graph. And so just 15 weeks ago, the average was 14 days. Now it's 48 days. And so this is Yolo County, and that's made up, of course, of Woodland, West Sacramento, Davis, and those areas. And of course, the Davis market is driven much by the college activity as well. So the overall message, I'm here to tell you that our market is alive and well, and it's doing well because there are still sales. And the thing to remember is that our market is not this. This was back in 2008, in the midst of when we were just coming into the mortgage meltdown and things were looking pretty ugly, and everyone put their home on the market in an effort to get it sold. And again, even during this entire 15-year span, notice that the sales have just been consistent. And so sometimes we have more inventory, sometimes we have less. Right now we have significantly less than we had in 2008. And so are we in a bubble? No, we're coming into a more normal market. And I will say that because of the fact that it's just taking a more average amount of time. We don't have 15 offers on the homes. We're not getting 106% of the original asking price. We're coming back to normalcy. And so overall, I think that's a really good place for us to be. It's important for sellers to put the past behind you and let's move forward with the market that we have right now. So if there's anything that I can help you with, if there's a specific area that you're interested in, I would love to be your realtor. I would love to help you. So please put a message in the chat or reach out to me. You can find me on my website, carolkellogg.com. And in the meantime, I hope you'll make it a great day.